Today we are going to see about the banking sector. This is Unit 3, Service Business, Part 1 and Chapter 10, Reserve Bank of India from Standard 11, Samachir Commerce textbook. So in this chapter, certain topics have been reduced. So before going into it, let's look into what is a service business and what is bank and what is the banking services. So in our country, service businesses are businesses like educational, medical, hospitals, which provide services to the consumers or the people who are in need of it rather than produce goods and provide it to them. So bank also has entered into the service sector and it became the nerve center of commerce in a country, because bank deals with money and money is very essential for commerce. Therefore, bank plays a very important role in the commerce sector. So here if you see, in all of the banks, you have the central bank, which is the most important bank of them all. So each country will have its own central bank. The central bank of our country is named as the Reserve Bank of India. In different countries, they are known by different names, and their functions, rules, regulations also vary according to the country's rules and regulations. So central bank, if you see, it is normally an independent body which helps in the stability and growth of the country's economy. So the main goal will be the stability of the economy and see to that there is money rotation in the economy. So here in India, Reserve Bank of India is a central bank. So we are going to look into the definition of bank and the definition of the RBI, that is the Reserve Bank of India, and we are going to go into its origin, organizational structure and the functions of the RBI for this particular lesson. Let's look into the definition of the bank, which is given according to the Banking Regulation Act of 1949. So usually what a bank does is it accepts deposits from the public and lends them to the public and other industrial sectors in order to earn interest. And when the public demands for the return of the deposit, they can withdraw it by way of check, draft, pay order or otherwise. So this is the basic definition. So they said banking means the accepting for the purpose, that is accept the money from the public for the purpose of lending it, or in terms of investment options of deposits of money from the public. Repayable, they will repay it to the public when it is being demanded by the public, or the public can withdraw it in installments by way of check, draft, pay order or other instruments which are given by the bank. Now let's look into the definition of the central bank. So a central bank is an autonomous body, as we have already discussed, and it is being recognized as a bank of utmost importance, that is apex of the monetary and banking structure. So it is of utmost importance, the highest status of banks, which deals with the monetary, the money and the banking structure of the entire country. So it has to perform the best as it can in the interest of the economy. De Kock has given a list of 7 functions of the central bank, which is majorly accepted by all kind of economists. Second definition given to the central bank is it may be defined as an institution charged with the responsibility of managing the expansion and contraction of volume of money, the rotation of money in the market in the interest of the general public welfare. So this definition is given by Mr. Kent. And the third definition of the central bank is a bank in any country to which has been entrusted the duty of regulating the volume of currency, how much of currency should be published and circulated in the public, the credit in the country, how much of money to be given as loans to the people, the business enterprises in the country will be decided by the central bank. So this definition is given by the Bank of International Settlement, BIS. let's look into the origin of the RBI. That is how the RBI was created in our country. So before the RBI, we had the Imperial Bank of India, which was carrying out all the functions of the central bank, which is going to be discussed in the next topic. So all the other functions of the central bank relating to the amount of notes to be issued, the monetary control in the country, everything is being done by the Imperial Bank of India before the central bank was established. Then in 1926, Hilton Young Commission of the Royal Commission of the on Indian Currency and Finance, in which J.M. Keynes, the famous economist, and the Sir Ernest Cable were its members. So they started recommending on starting a central bank for the country. Then, as for the result of it, the RBI Act of 1934 was passed and RBI launched, that is, started its operation from April 1st of 1935. So it was established with a total capital of 5 crores, which was divided into shares of 100 rupees each, fully paid up. The entire share capital of the RBI, the amount of shares of the RBI, was held by the private shareholders. The head office of RBI was located in Calcutta, and then in 1937 it moved to Mumbai. So this was before the independence, that is, the Imperial Bank was established, and then on Keynes' opinions, the act was passed and the RBI was launched in 1934 and started operation in 1935 before the independence of India. After independence of India, the government wanted it to be taken into the hands of public ownership, because the 5 crore capital was owned, the entire shares of the 5 crore capital was owned by the private. Now they wanted to convert it into a public enterprise. So they passed an act in 1948 which took over the RBI after paying the compensation amount to the private shareholders. Then from Jan 1st, 1949, after the independence, RBI functioned as a full-fledged government-owned Central Bank of India. So this RBI had 3 departments which was running under the government, and the RBI of Central Bank of Burma until 1947 and the Central Bank of Pakistan until 1948. So this is the emblem of the Reserve Bank of India, which we would have seen in most of the currency notes and the coins which are being issued by the Reserve Bank of India. So next is the organizational structure of the RBI, that is, within the RBI, how are the employees and the employers, the head office where it has been located, how many offices it has, how many sub offices it has, zonal office, the people who are responsible or the higher authorities of the Central Bank of India or the Reserve Bank of India is being given in the organizational structure of the RBI. So if you see, the head office of the RBI is in Mumbai, and this central office has 33 departments working under it in 2017. So under the RBI we have 4 zonal offices, one in Mumbai, the other in Delhi, Calcutta and in Chennai. Functioning, they are under the local boards with the deputy governors as the head. It also has 19 regional offices, 11 sub offices. All of these statistics are accounted to the year 2017. Then the RBI is governed under the Central Board of Directors. So in the board, who are the people who constitute it is 21 members are there in the board, which is appointed by the Government of India. So who are these 21 people? 1 governor and 4 deputy governors will be appointed for a period of 4 years. So their period of employment is for 4 years. So this makes 5 people. Next, 10 directors from various fields. They may be economists, they may be producers, they may be consumers, they may be employees, they may be private, they may be public. So 10 such people having knowledge over various fields are there. So 10 plus 5 makes it 15. 2 government officials will be appointed to overlook the functioning of the RBI. So 15 plus 2, 17 of them, and 4 directors, one from each local boards will be there representing the local boards. So totally 17 plus 4 makes it 21 people who consist of the government board of directors of the Reserve Bank of India.